up, everybody? Happy Sunday. My name's Scott, otherwise known as MTB Plan B, and today we're going to go over my camera solution for forward facing and rear facing. I think I found a setup, and a lot of other mountain bikers kind of use this setup. I'm going to try something a little bit different in the rear facing footage, but I did receive my EVO SS wearable gimbal, so I'll show you how I have that mounted. As far as a chest mount perspective, and then I'll just take a ride around the block to test it out, but didn't get a chance to ride this weekend. Definitely had to do some other things. So the other thing we'll do too is we'll throw it on the old scale there and see how much weight I'll have to lose before the season starts. Let's get to it. So let's take a look at what we got here. So the EVO SS Gimbal has arrived, although it did arrive with a broken faceplate for the GoPro, so I had to contact EVO and get a new faceplate, and my Hero 4 with a mic cover, and my rear facing camera footage. I think I'm going to go with the Sony FDR X3000. We'll see. It's a little bit heavier, but I think that's the setup I'm going to go with. And the thing about this gimbal is it sticks out pretty far if you look at it from a side profile. So I want to minimize how far it sticks out from my chest when I'm riding. And you know, I searched a little bit on YouTube, and I think some other guys had some ways that they did that without having to use a GoPro mount to mount the gimbal to. So what I did was I had this old this Sony chest mount strap laying around the house. So basically this piece snaps out, and took a drill, drilled a hole through enough for a camera mount. So all we have to do now is pop this back in place, and then I inserted the camera mount screw in the back. And let's look at it on the bike. So it's mounted on the dropper post bottom portion, and we got a little bit of room there between the travel and the camera, so we'll see how this turns out. Alright, let's see how much the chest mount, the EVO gimbal, and the GoPro Hero 4, remember this is the Sony chest mount, weighs. So we're looking at 1 pound 2 ounces. So let's do for all you folks that are in other countries here. So we're talking about a 1/2 kilogram or 500 grams there. So now let's take a look at how much my rear facing setup weighs. All right, let's take a look at the weight of this rear facing setup. We're at 10 ounces and 0.29 kilograms. So altogether we're talking pound 12 ounces, I believe. So almost 2 pounds I'm going to have to lose before the season starts. Okay, one thing I was talking about before in this particular configuration, notice that the one motor is on the bottom, and then one motor is on the left from your perspective if you were wearing this actual chest mount. And this keeps this motor from hitting the helmet, chin bar, or whatever it may be. So keeping that down, and then you'll notice the GoPro has freedom to move on this axis, but it is mounted upside down, obviously, to fit into the bracket there. So what you have to do is change the video image to flip as you're wearing this. Now the trick is when you, the other thing too is that a lot of other people mention the brains of the GoPro. In order for it to orientate itself correctly, this round curvature piece needs to be facing up. You'll notice the bottom piece here is a flatter surface, and this has a curve. This needs to be mounted facing up, and When you power this on, what you have to do is kind of hold this motor and keep the GoPro in this position. And once you do that, it will normalize and it'll start working. So I'll just go through a power up cycle by holding this motor, pressing the power button for 4 seconds, and you feel the motor engage. So now you can see if I move the gimbal or if I move the chest mount, the gimbal stays pretty. So I'm going to try this for my forward solution, and notice the mic is facing toward the bottom. So in the test video, one thing you'll notice is I'll whistle a little bit just to see if it's still picking up audio. I definitely don't want to wear an external mic. This is the solution I think I'm going to use for forward facing, and yeah, I'll do a ride on this and show you what it looks like from that perspective. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Alright, that'll do it for this particular video. As always, skill up and ride.